Good morning, everyone. I'm Alptug Copuroglu. That's right, I have to pronounce. It's a challenging one. As BluTV is not as popular as BBC, please allow me a couple of words to introduce BluTV. I'm managing BluTV's international operations, and BluTV is Turkey's #1 subscription video on demand service. And we are expanding now to Middle East, Northern Africa, and Latin America, following the popularity of Turkish content in those regions. BluTV has been founded in early 2016. We have started our operations, and so I will report of an SVOD journey of 3 years now, and millions of customers we have reached. So that's what I will, and how we collaborated with Apple, Amazon, and Co. in our international expansion. So when you start an SVOD business, what do you need? You need different content categories, movies, series, live TV, kids section, and so on. You need different genres, thrillers, action, drama, whatever, and you need quantity, you need volume, you need thousands of hours of content to start that business. And that's exactly what we did in early 2016. We have licensed a very popular Turkish TV series, which millions of people love to watch. We have licensed popular Hollywood series, and that in thousands of hours. And that's what happened. In 2016, we had a very lovely growth curve. It was just too flat. Obviously, we were missing something, and that was what we were missing. We were missing content that would go viral, that would be exclusive to our platform, and that would attract customers to our platform. And that's the reason, just immediately after our launch in the mid of 2016, we have commissioned our first original series. And in those series, we knew that we needed to change everything. How a drama series was produced in Turkey. We knew that we needed to change the storyline completely, the characters, the language, the photography, the duration of a series, so simply everything. And that's what we did. Masum, Innocent in English, was our first original series. It was the first original series produced for a digital platform in Turkey. So it was a crime thriller with 7 actors and actresses, all stars in Turkey. And it was a great success. It got an IMDb rating, thousands of IMDb comments, an IMDb rating of 9.2. And actually, after 2 years of the launch, we have licensed this one also to Netflix to further monetize the series. So it was a great success for us in early 2017. So we kept commissioning new original series. Just an example, the Sahipli Possessed in Turkish was Turkey's first horror series. So a new genre which was not produced before. 7 Faces was a series made of 7 independent stories connected through a theme underlying. Yaşamayanlar, The Outlivers, is Turkey's first vampire series. It was a vampire story happening in Istanbul. And we have licensed that one, for example, for international distribution to Netflix. Sıfır Bir, another interesting story. It was produced for YouTube. It was a semi-professional YouTube series, actually. 15 minutes each episode, 3 episodes first season, then another 3 episodes second season. It got millions of views on YouTube. So we transferred that series from YouTube to our paid platform, and we were able to convert half of the community which was watching that series on YouTube. We were able to convert to our paid service. So we have produced around 11 original series in the last 2.5, 3 years. And we have supported those original series with exclusively licensed series here from Europe and from Hollywood. And that's what happened in 2017. The hockey stick we were expecting came, obviously, as mid of the year. Once we had content which was attractive and which was attracting customers to our platform and which was exclusive to our platform, the growth we were expecting was there. And once the growth in Turkey was kind of secured, we were looking then into international expansion. So some of you might know that Turkish series are very popular in the Middle East region, in Arabic-speaking countries, in Latin America, in Spanish-speaking countries. In those regions, usually there is always one Turkish series aired in televisions in prime time. Actually, in Arabic televisions, there was a statistic last year, 30% of all content aired on Arabic televisions in 2017 was out of Turkey. So what Hollywood is here in Europe for us, it is kind of Turkish content for those regions. And besides those regions, Turkish content is also very popular in all the geographies kind of around Turkey, like the Balkans, Greece, Azerbaijan, Iran, Iraq. So that means like millions of people watch that content daily. Turkish series are sold to 140 countries actually, and Turkey became #2 and #3 exporter of TV series in 2016 and 2017. So basically our international expansion was building on two major trends. One is obviously streaming, and the second one is the popularity of Turkish content in those regions. So we have defined 3 markets for BluTV's international expansion outside of Turkey. Obviously, Turkey is our main market and stays our main market. We have created a product which we call BluTV Turkish World. This is basically our product in Turkey. So Turkish series, Turkish movies, live TV, and foreign series and movies. But we take out all the foreign series and movies. So it's Turkish series and movies in Turkish for everyone who understands Turkish around the globe. So it's a global product. The main target group are Turkish people living outside of Turkey. It's like around 6 million people. And on top, Azerbaijan is a country with 9 to 10 million population, following very closely Turkish TV, and all the neighboring communities around Turkey. Our second product international product is BluTV Arabic. It is Turkish series, again, dubbed in Arabic. It's again a global product. Obviously, the main market is the MENA countries, but as it is a global product, if you understand Arabic and want to watch Turkish series in UK, in the US, you can subscribe also here. And our next growth market will be Latin America with our Spanish product, BluTV Latino, focusing the Spanish-speaking Latin American countries. And in this international expansion, we had different go-to-market strategies for each of these markets. So in Turkey, we chose the hardest way, actually. We had a pure direct-to-consumer play. No telecom deals, no pay TV distribution deals, purely direct-to-consumer play. It costs you a lot of effort and money. But you learn a lot. You learn a lot about how to acquire the customer and how to retain the customer. And it was definitely worth that experience. We have been working, or we work with Apple here as an app distribution partner, as a store partner, as we do with Google. And we use Apple's in-app purchase here as a payment alternative. So this is kind of our collaboration with Apple in Turkey. When we go to our international Turkish product, the Turkish World product, again, our main approach is direct to consumer. And we again work here with Apple as a payment provider. And besides of that, we have a collaboration with Apple in Azerbaijan, as in that country, there are 2, let's say, streams of content which people follow. That's Russian content and that's Turkish content. And we are the only provider of Turkish content who can serve customers outside of Turkey. So Apple regularly promotes us as the only kind of subscription video on demand platform in that country. And actually a couple of months ago, we have launched a Turkish BluTV Turkish channel on Amazon Prime channels in Germany and Austria. There are 3 to 4 million Turkish-speaking people living in those countries. It was the first foreign language channel of Amazon in those countries. And I will report about that. So this is basically this is where we are using the access, the end consumer access of Amazon in those countries. When we come to the Middle East, we had another different strategy where we have launched our direct-to-consumer product together with our telco partnerships at the same time. We have a large and extensive partnership with Saudi Telecom company where they distribute our product in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Bahrain. And this is a non-exclusive deal, so we will have some more deals coming in the next days. We have, again, here partnership with Apple. They distribute our app and they regularly feature our content when we launch new content. And what we did here differently is, as I mentioned, we have licensed 2 of our series, one exclusively, one non-exclusively for international distribution to Netflix, where we believe that we can monetize that content better that way than we would in our own platform. So, but how does it feel to work with Apple, Amazon, and Co.? At the pre-event on Tuesday, I think it was Colin who mentioned how capable those tech companies are in their capabilities with data, what they can do, and how they can help content providers, content partners as aggregators. Yes, those tech companies are very good, obviously, in what they do, but are they as good as we believe, we think, and we discuss in our industry from a content provider's perspective? I believe they are not, and there are some challenges if you start cooperating with those tech companies, which I would like to mention here. The first one, and these are just some examples, the first one is regarding material delivery operations. We have been working with two of those companies in delivering material content to them. And the experience with the first one was great. It's a very streamlined process. Everything is very well documented. You just upload your content. Everything works very well. And the other one, we were very surprised that the process was obviously not streamlined, and we were shocked to experience that company was not, it's a global company obviously, is working on 2 different technology stacks in 2 different regions. So they expected us to upload our content on 2 different servers for two different regions. And if you coincidentally launch in one region and wanted to launch in another region a couple of months later, they expected you to upload everything once again. So this is okay if you have just 1 series or 2 series, that's fine. If you have thousands of hours, that's a challenge. Reaching the right audience. So regarding data capabilities, let's assume our case. We want to reach Turkish-speaking people in Germany. It's a 4 million community within a 80 million population. I know it's a minority, but it's kind of the largest minority in Germany. And it's like 5% of the entire population, so it's not that small. So let's go to Amazon or Apple and say, hey guys, can you please address those 4 million people for us? And we had like 10 different ways how to find that community, how to reach that community through digital marketing. That was not that easy for them. So the challenge those companies usually have is they're operating on global technology platforms. So they have very capable teams, local teams, but they are operating on global platforms. So they cannot do anything they want in their local markets. And this was a real challenge for us, and it's still a real challenge. They are trying to figure out how can we reach a community based on language or on their social heritage, obviously. Another point which was mentioned on Tuesday was the prominence and experience. So we are operating obviously a niche channel, which is based on language, and it can be also a niche channel from a different perspective. So what happens is, in this case it's on Amazon, what happens is everything is decided by the algorithm. So once you launch a channel, you might be highlighted for 1, 2, 3 weeks, maybe for a month, but after that what happens is the algorithm obviously chooses the content or the channel which has the higher probability to get engaged with an end consumer, and which has the higher probability to get subscribed. So what happens through the time is that your niche content doesn't get promoted by the algorithm. And this is obviously a challenge so the algorithm is obviously done for mass market, but not for these niche players. So this is a real challenge for anyone who's operating a niche content. So my message is working together with those tech giants as aggregators is important, and they are really good in some things, but they are not good at many other things. So it's good to know your own competitive advantages, to know your own strengths, and to really make case-by-case decisions when you design your go-to-market strategy for different markets and for different products. So, so in our case, it's important to understand that that you should grow on your own strengths, on your own competitive advantages, and really take your decisions based on each market and the aggregator strategy on that market. Thank you.